Wow, it's so great to be here in South Texas.
Yeah, we were pretty windy today, but nothing like up in Memphis. That's crazy. I saw the National Weather Service put out a tweet earlier today expecting 80 to 110 mile per hour gusts, and I'm like, thank goodness we only saw 40 miles per hour today. Those winds.
And that's normal for us.
Yeah, those winds are no joke up there. Here, it's just kind of an inconvenience when you're talking about the humidity and the wind messing up your hair. Here's a look at what that severe risk was like up in the central U.S. today. You can see they had that 4 out of 5. And whenever you look at it with the wind contour, this is only for the wind, you can see it's going to be a very windy overnight for those folks up there. Here's a look at what that squall line looks like right now. All kinds of warnings attached with that. Here in the coastal bend, we're pretty calm, except for this afternoon. In terms of the wind, not that calm. Again, we had those 40 mile per hour gusts, but nothing like that 114 up in the panhandle. Here's what we're looking at for the rest of our overnight forecast. We're going to see clouds build back in heading into the morning, and we're going to be really muggy and sticky again heading out in the morning. Not expecting a lot of fog though. I think the winds are going to be still too breezy overnight to really allow for fog development. But the next thing we're going to watch tomorrow is a cold front trying to come through the coastal bend. However, similar to the one on Friday, Saturday, it's not really going to push through. It's not going to come through cleanly, as we could say. It's going to become stationary and then eventually lift back northward Monday evening into Monday overnight as a warm front. You can see we're going to be even warmer tomorrow than we were today. Temperatures in the middle 80s, still with lots of humidity coming on shore. We're going to see clouds in the morning, but sunshine in the afternoon, so that is definitely something to look forward to. Clouds do return though heading into Tuesday morning, and we're still very sticky and muggy with temperatures still in those upper 60s. And as a result of that and light winds, I do think we're going to see a pretty good round of some fog Monday night into Tuesday morning. National view of our future cast stepping forward to Tuesday morning. You can see that warm front up here towards North Texas after it's lifted back through us. Our next feature we're watching is this low pressure system coming in, and this front will actually make it through the coastal bend. However, it's going to be pretty windy both ahead of and behind it, as well as really hot. I'll explain why and just how hot in a minute, but once that front comes through, we're going to be seeing cooler air and drier air. So that's going to give us some 70s in the afternoon with lots of sunshine. However, that dry air with the winds going to make for some elevated fire danger Thursday into Friday. Now I want to talk about why we're going to be so warm. So here's kind of a future cast on the temperatures. You can see that front coming through, and it gets pretty hot ahead of this front, and this is due to something called compressional heating. Basically, this chunk of air in front of the cold front is just getting squished, and as that happens, its pressure goes up, and since temperature and pressure are proportional, then that temperature has to go way up with it. So we are going to be seeing 90s on Thursday ahead of this cold front, and as it comes through, you'll really be able to see the difference by Thursday evening. 60s and 70s behind the front, 90s still possible ahead of it on Thursday evening. That comes in and goes off the coast by later Thursday evening, and again, it's going to be breezy both ahead of and behind that front Thursday and Friday. Tonight, still breezy, so I don't think we're going to see too much in terms of fog, but it is going to be really humid and sticky. Temperatures in the 60s to start off our Monday and the work week. We're going to see clouds in the morning, and then the afternoon we see more sunshine. I think a little bit more than we did today, so those temperatures going to be a touch warmer by a degree or two, maybe even look at 90 in Kingsville possible. Next several days, I think we stay in the 80s in the afternoon, but gradually we're going to work our way back up into the upper 80s and 90s by Thursday. Brian?
Thank you, Chris.